When someone suddenly pulls away and starts ignoring you, it can be confusing, frustrating, and even painful. You find yourself wondering what happened, replaying past conversations, and questioning your own actions. The truth is, human psychology plays a huge role in why people behave this way. But here's the good news. You can turn things around. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 powerful psychological strategies that will make them chase you instead, if you want them to. Regret ignoring you and come back with even more interest. Stay with me until the end. But before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our powerful psychological strategies to master relationships and attraction. Also, drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever been ignored by someone you liked? Let's talk about it. When someone pulls away, most people make one critical mistake. They chase. They send desperate messages, try to reinitiate contact, and overanalyze every little detail. This only pushes the other person further away. Why? Because it shifts the power dynamic. Instead of being seen as valuable and desirable, you appear needy and desperate. And let's be honest, neediness is the biggest attraction killer. But here's the secret. The best way to make someone stop ignoring you is to trigger their psychological response to scarcity. When something is suddenly unavailable, its value skyrockets. Think about luxury brands. Why do people want them so much? Because they're rare. Now imagine if you became rare. That's exactly what we're going to do with the first strategy. Strategy for 1. The law of psychological distance. When someone ignores you, your instinct is to close the gap. Instead, you need to do the opposite. Create space. The key here is controlled absence. The moment they pull away, you need to mirror their actions. If they stop texting, you stop texting. If they become distant, you become distant. This does 2 things. First, it protects your self-worth. Second, it triggers their curiosity. People hate uncertainty. When you stop chasing, they start wondering why. They expect you to react emotionally. But when you don't, they begin to feel your absence. And that's when the shift happens. Suddenly, they start thinking about you. They check their phone to see if you messaged. They wonder what you're doing. This is where the psychological re-engagement begins. Think of relationships as a game of balance. When one person pulls away, the other naturally wants to compensate by moving closer. But if you refuse to engage in this dance and instead create distance, you disrupt their expectations. This interruption forces them to reassess their feelings. When they no longer have easy access to you, they begin to feel the void. It's human nature. We often take things for granted until they're gone. Moreover, controlled absence is not just about stopping contact. It's about strategically managing your energy. Instead of spending time worrying, overthinking, or stalking their social media, redirect your focus. Engage in activities that make you feel empowered. Go to the gym, focus on your career, invest in your hobbies, and strengthen other social connections. When you genuinely shift your attention away from them, something powerful happens. Your aura changes. You radiate confidence and self-sufficiency, 2 qualities that are extremely attractive. Additionally, by withdrawing your attention, you remove the validation they may have unconsciously expected from you. If they are used to receiving your texts, calls, or reactions, the sudden lack of it creates a void. This void that triggers their curiosity, and in many cases, their need to re-establish contact. It makes them wonder if they misjudged the situation, if you've moved on, or if they've lost their hold over you. It's important to note that creating distance doesn't mean being cold or hostile if you do happen to interact. Instead, you maintain a calm, collected demeanor, one that communicates that you are unfazed by their absence. When they eventually reach out, as they often do, you respond in a way that is neutral and controlled. This reinforces the idea that you are not overly invested in chasing them. They need to earn their way back into your life. Strategy number 2, the power of subtle presence. Disappearing completely might seem like a good idea, but you don't want to become a ghost. Instead, you want to stay subtly present. This means showing up in ways that keep you on their radar without being obvious. Social media is your best tool for this. Post a story, but don't make it directed at them. Let them see that you're living your life, enjoying yourself, and thriving. A smiling picture, a fun outing, or even something intriguing like a book you're reading. It's all about creating curiosity. The key here is to show them what they're missing without directly reaching out. But here's where most people go wrong. They try too hard, posting overly curated pictures that scream, "Look at me, I'm happy without you," actually has the opposite effect. It comes off as forced. Instead, your goal is to be effortlessly intriguing. Share moments that highlight your natural confidence, growth, and independence. Let them feel like they're getting a glimpse of your life, but not the whole picture. This creates a sense of mystery that draws people in. Another subtle but effective tactic: mutual connections. Engage with people in your social circle, friends, colleagues, or even acquaintances. When your name comes up in conversations, it sparks curiosity. They'll hear about you enjoying life, achieving new things, and they'll wonder why they aren't part of that anymore. Strategy number 3, reverse the attraction dynamic. Now, this is where things get interesting. If you've done the first 2 steps correctly, you've already shifted the power dynamic. Now it's time to take it a step further. Instead of waiting for them to make a move, you subtly show them that you're not waiting around. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. It means genuinely focusing on yourself. Upgrade your lifestyle. Take up a new hobby. Meet new people. When you become more interesting, your energy changes. People are drawn to those who have a sense of purpose. The moment they sense that you're no longer affected by their absence, something shifts inside them. They start seeing you as a prize again. The key here is to make them feel like they could lose you. Once they sense that, their behavior will change dramatically. Another powerful way to reverse the attraction dynamic is to subtly reframe their perception of you. Instead of being the person who is waiting for them, you become the person they need to win back. This isn't about playing mind games. It's about self-empowerment. Final thoughts. Mastering the game of attraction. Attraction isn't about chasing. It's about positioning. When you stop overgiving your energy to someone who ignores you, you regain control. People are naturally drawn to those who value themselves. If they ignored you before, they won't be able to ignore you now, because suddenly you've become a mystery. You've become desirable, and they will start to chase you. Now, if you want to learn even more psychological tricks to make people obsess over you, subscribe to the channel right now. We post powerful strategies that will transform the way people perceive you. And don't forget, drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever used any of these techniques? Did they work for you? Let's discuss. Your story might help someone going through the same situation. See you in the next video.